The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the guests. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the host. I'm a stupid robot.
Give it up for the funny, the hilarious, king of the open micers and the one-liners, Alonzo Cantu!
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I really need to leave. So the fences inform me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
In the great hall of the Justice League, of the Justice Wong and his assistant Mary Nelson, and that is
Our computers indicate that whatever caused it came from somewhere in the Pacific.
We'll start searching that area immediately.
Ah, shit. It was close. It was close.
Yep.
It was close to the perfect intro. But it was beautiful. It was pretty magnanimous and spectacular.
Nice.
This is Bad First Impressions.
Hello, everybody.
This is Saturday, the year of our Lord. It is June 7th. We have Bob Diesel
How you doing,
in the
everybody?
studio as per usual recently, which I like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do a tied up on Bobby's real quick. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Man, I always hate whenever I want to try to do this shit with the extra special connectivities and stuff. It always wants to say, fuck you, Alonzo. Fuck you, and I'm not going to do what you tell me. There you go. That's a close-up on Bob Dell. That's Bob Cam right there. And then we got a tight one on me. Hey, how's it going, guys? BadFirstImpressions.com.
Mr. Alonzo Cantu.
For all your Bad First Impressions merchandise, we got the T-shirt right here, right there, and all kinds of fun things. And, yeah, today I got a couple topics. Let me see. We started a little bit late. I thought we were going to have another guest, but we didn't. So, fuck me.
They never showed up.
Yeah, they really fucked me, but
So
that's all
long.
good. I'm used to it.
See ya.
I got such a funny text this morning. Bob reminded me of it, but I
what?
got a text. I'm not going to say who it was from because I don't want them to think that I'm talking shit, because I actually appreciated it, but it was like just a really nice, like, hey, dude, I like you a lot kind of thing, and I think you're funny kind of text. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Love you too.
Is it a bot?
No, it was somebody that I knew. I knew the person. It was a friend of mine. I'm just not gonna say their name. It was like somebody in comedy, but and I was like, what? I wonder what that was. I was like, this was somebody talking shit. What prompted this? I appreciate it. What prompted it? But apparently he thought that I had bombed so bad last night at the station that like I needed some cheering up.
Right?
Yeah, it was just like over here in my head, looping ever since last night. We probably thought I just got off stage and it was just this whole time. But no, it was funny because Jarrett Moore had gone up right before me, and I guess he had like a bunch of new stuff he was trying to. He had like a whole list, so he was just going like bit after bit after bit, and kind of like high energy. And then I just went up there with just my usual low energy.
Yeah.
And so my first 3 or 4 jokes were like pretty silent, like no laughs, or if there was a laugh, like titter. I didn't really care because I knew that the jokes are good. It's like, all right, well, these work every other time except for here. All right, it's like, you can't win over all the people all the time kind of thing. I knew it was just, all right, this is one of those days.
Yeah.
But I eventually got him, like, I kind of won him over, like, once I got to my dick sucking material. Then, that always, that's a classic Alonzo move right there.
He loved dick sucking jokes, probably.
Yeah, exactly. But it was funny too because even somebody came up afterwards and they're like, "Oh, it was you stayed in the pocket or something," and I was like, "Oh, thank you very much." I was just figuring like I didn't want to change direction and then do some shit that's like if they already didn't like me and it wasn't working, all I can do is just do what I do and hopefully win them over. You know what I mean? With like one of the bits or something, because I know they're usually pretty popular. So it was just funny though that he thought that I was he was like, "Hey, yeah, I know. I know you're probably used to having bad sets." So I'm like, what does that even mean? I'm not used to having bad sets.
No, you've done pretty well, man.
What?
You've done pretty well on stage.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't. So it's like I don't need I have my own aced applause thing. My self confidence is not an issue here. All right. So I just kind of felt bad. I was like, damn, did I bomb that bad? I was kind of like, damn, because I wasn't even drunk. I was sober. So I was like, was I like what was going on in my head that I must have had a suicidal set or something. But yeah, so we got the website there. Give us a call. We're going to go over some topics. I had some conspiracy topics I wanted to talk about. We're just going to barely brush over. We'll probably get into some more deep. These topics will go a little deeper maybe next week when hopefully we have Tuttle or just somebody else in there, we just bounce some ideas off of and stuff. And I want to see if you've ever heard of these, and maybe you can go home and take a look at them yourself. But
All right.
or maybe the callers, if you guys have heard any of this stuff and you wanted to go over it. So far, I got Building 7, I got Saturn, I got Candyman, John Wayne Gacy connection, and we got the Elon Trump, which isn't really much of a conspiracy. It's just what's happening right now. But
Tell me now.
oh shit, that's loud as fuck.
Tell me now.
I need to
Tell me now.
rebalance the Miss Cleo Call Me Now, or maybe just take it off.
You heard
Tell me
about
now.
the artists that were that did the whole like there were the Twin Towers year before 9/11.
They did what?
I think it was called Gelatin, right?
Oh, yeah, Project Gelatin. Yeah, I've heard of those people. That's the people that they made like a balcony in one of the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Like they took off one of the big windows and made a balcony. I'm probably pull up a picture. of that real quick.
That's right.
Let me see.
Like they're like Austrian artist or whatever.
Balcony.
And the same floor that one of the planes.
It's called the
landed
B
into.
thing. I didn't remember Project Gelatin, but I heard it as the B
Yeah,
thing.
the
And
B
I think
thing.
there's one. I think this is the one picture, maybe. Trying to see. Let me see if I can pull up the. Let's see if that works right there. Okay, so, So we got this right here. So this is what it's supposed to look like, I guess. Let me see if I can do a big one of that.
What are they supposed to do anyways? It's the art project.
I don't guess to prove that they can do an unlicensed piece of construction on the World Trade Center. So basically, they rented out so the World Trade Center is a bunch of office buildings, which I don't know if I'm sure most people are aware of that, but maybe if you're growing up, but it was a bunch of office buildings, just like any set of office buildings that you could rent out, and there's a lot of interesting things going on in there actually. Dude, so I was watching the Building 7 thing, and like I said, we'll probably get into it later, but because I always heard that during so basically Project Gelatin was this art group that took out a window of the Trade Center and made like a balcony there. For what reason? I don't know.
No idea.
They have some weird Dutch reason. I think they're from like the Netherlands or something.
Yeah.
Let me see. To do this, they had to remove the windows.
They're from Austria, I think.
Yeah, preventing damage to the skyscraper. They ensured that they were following all legal processes. An attorney guided them on how to behave. What the fuck? How could that be possibly legal to do? All right.
Unique marker of the presence. Gelatin left behind old pieces. Chewing gum here to the exterior. The World Trade Center has a dizzy height.
A unique marker of their presence. Gelatin left behind a piece of old chewing gum adhered to the exterior of the World Trade Center at a dizzying height. This small but powerful symbol serves as lasting proof of their bold intervention. Let me see. So people have just been disrespecting the World Trade Center for a while, just as kind of like an artistic hobby. Let me see. So maybe this was like maybe that was just Bin Laden's big art project. Was just sending the two planes crashing
Bin
over
Laden
there.
probably pay those guys to do it.
I think I'm onto something right here.
Yeah.
I think Bin Laden, he was like a kind of a rich guy, art student kind. I don't know if he was an art student, but I know that he was like trained in America or.
He was part of the Bin Ladens were like a big oil family that.
Maybe the Holocaust was just Hitler's big art project. He's just, I don't know. Let me see. Was Bin Laden was not an art student? Well, fuck you, Google. Instead, he attended
Fuck
King.
you, Google AI.
Oh, this is way cooler, actually. He attended King Abdul Aziz University in Jeddah. Yeah, that's probably pronounced it like the car Jeddah. He learned civil engineering, economics and management, business administration, and public administration. Nice. That's so cool. I should have thrown in something funny like minored in bomb making or something, but I'm not going to take the name Bin Laden in vain. But yeah. So it was interesting though. Basically, the gist of this one video was that Building 7 was taken down to hide a bunch of like crimes that these companies were doing. Like financial crimes. You heard that one before?
Yeah. I've heard something like that.
I heard that with the Pentagon. I heard that's why they blew up the Pentagon is because like that
What
particular
part of the
area.
Pentagon?
Yeah, it was like the part that had like all the evidence for for like the tax records or some shit like that. And so is Building 7.
Some of the things that they've been doing to to oust like dictators and all that stuff.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find. I have this one really good video on 9/11. Let me see if I can find this one. But it was just funny because I started with the Building 7 shit, and then for some reason I started getting into True Detective and the Yellow King stuff, and I watched that, and then that brought up fucking oh no, so I got into the Building 7, then I got into this whole like this connection between the Candyman and an underground child trafficking ring or whatever. And yeah, and then basically there's like this crazy thing where like John Wayne Gacy probably didn't work alone. Could have even been like a patsy, like in a part of this like murdering ring and stuff like that, because they're kind of like going into how Gacy he was like a big guy, but he wasn't like a big strong guy, you know. Right. And then like taking all these bodies and getting them underneath your crawl space is like something you probably need like somebody else to help you with, you know. That he would just do that, be able to do it by himself.
Who would be behind John Wayne Gacy?
Well, that's what they get into, because actually one of his like best friends and stuff, or one of his close friends, was also like, he was like a part of like he was like a serial killer kind of guy too, you know. But he was a part of this like child trafficking thing or whatever. So some people are saying that there could have been like some cover up kind of shit, and like it was all kind of pinned on him, so they can kind of keep the ring going, you know. It's really interesting. I'll have to pull that one up. I got it all from this guy I think named Flesh Simulator. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
You know the son of Sam, right? Sam Berkowitz.
Yeah.
They said that he wasn't a lone gunman. That
yeah, I've heard that one too.
He was he was in a cult called the Holy Church of Process, and they're kind of like a murder cult. Like they just kill random people.
Let's take a look. So let me see if I can find the Gacy chapter. Cosmo and Sarah in the chat. I thought he just used the pulley system to get him down there. That's not a bad idea, honestly.
Aced.
Cosmo's on the case. Let me see. All right. So I highly suggest this dude's channel. It's called Flesh Simulator. That's where I watched. For some reason, it's probably the Building 7 shit came up on it there for me, and it was really good. Let me see, but it's not called Building 7. It's called something else, because I don't think he wants to get taken down. But let me see.
What's this guy called?
Flesh Simulator.
Never heard of him.
No, it's really fucking interesting, honestly, because I found out about a whole different like island called the North Fox Island or some shit that was like basically used as like a child sex island and stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's super scary because it's super like isolated and in America and shit. Let me see.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find it by the transcript. But that's what I was saying. I want to kind of set this up because if you guys are interested, I'm thinking about just kind of doing like maybe just a separate video and stuff, and like have some of these clips pulled up in pictures and shit. But that was interesting too. And then that got me all the way to fucking occult shit, like Gnostic philosophy and fucking and just like different occult philosophy, like alchemists and shit like that. Dude, so fucking trippy, and like demon summoning and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
It was so, it's like, so that's what I've been on the past like couple weeks, and which is nice because I used to be into that shit, and then I took like a fucking, feels like a couple year break. So now I'm just like refreshing myself with the stuff, and it's fucking fascinating. Okay, this is one thing I wanted to bring up though that really got me thinking there might be something to this whole occult shit, right? So let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I think it might be this one. Yeah, here we go. So there's this thing called Saturn's hexagon, right? I don't know if you ever heard of it, Saturn's hexagon.
Not familiar. The polar ice caps of Saturn, right?
Well, no, so what it is, it's like it's a giant 6-sided vortex, each side roughly the size of like Earth's diameter or some shit. But the hexagon is associated, well, either way, it's like a fucking like magnetic storm that is formed in such a way that it's like this perfect hexagon, this like black star kind of shit, right? Here, look, let's take a look at it real quick.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, well, here's the craziest part, right? Let me see if I can pull it up for the audience. So here's the craziest part. Is to me at least, fucking, why isn't it doing it? Let's do it. There we go. Okay.
Right.
So now it's on screen. So it's this black hexagon thing, right?
Right.
But here's the weird thing. So this was only discovered like in the 1980s, right? When they had like some
They had
it said the Challenger or some shit like that. It said
Voyager.
The Voyager, right?
Yeah.
And 1980, 1981.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So this whole thing has been so Saturn is associated with Satan, right? And which is okay. I'll look it up. So that's where they get the name Satan. Pretty much they say though. But
Really?
so Saturn, Satan, or at least Lucifer, right?
Yeah.
So,
the light.
Yeah.
Eastern
So
light.
let me see. Saturn, Lucifer, right? But either way, here's the interesting part, right? So they got the rings of Saturn, right?
Right.
And they got this cube in the middle of it, or it's a hexagon. But what's a hexagon with the shadowed? It's a cube, right? Or a cube with the shadow is a hexagon, pretty much, right? So if you look at what is the Dome of the Rock or whatever, Dome of the Rock.
It's a hexagon.
Yeah, no, wait a second. Yeah, what's the black cube? Is that Dome of the Rock, right? Let me see.
It's you're talking about Mecca, right?
Yeah, there we go. Mecca black.
Because
cube.
it's a black rock. It's a cube.
Yeah.
But
And so what they were
Kaaba.
talking about. So
Kaaba.
look at this, right? So what you got to do when you're doing this is you go in a circle around it.
Right.
So which is like, okay, how did they know that there was this black cube in Saturn and stuff like that, and they're like doing these rings of Saturn thing? Not only that, look at this shit real quick. So that's okay. So that's interesting. So now look at this, right? So now black cube, Jewish, right? So look,
they have a little.
They have a little black box
Cute
thing on
box
their
of
head
heads.
too. Where the fuck did they get that from? Why are they doing that?
Teflon,
Here's
yeah.
another one. Look at this, right? So what is the cross? Unfolded cube. Look at this shit. So you take a cube and you unfold it, and it's a fucking cross, right? So it's like all these. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but the cross.
It's an unfolded cube.
Yeah, but you have to like put another square there. I don't know.
What do you mean? No, you don't. Do you? No, there'd still be there. That's
Oh,
what this
okay.
little flap
Yeah.
is. It's to cover the back. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing too. So there's basically like people like worship Saturn and all that, right? Like Saturn worshipers. But here, like I'm saying, how did they? So here's the. So let me see. How long have they known about Saturn black cube? Because they call it like the throne of Saturn or some shit like that.
Huh.
How long has Saturn been known for? Let me see. Either way, it's called like ancient, or the Black Star, and like ancient Jewish beliefs and all that shit. But how would they know? Long story. The whole premise though is how the fuck would they know before they even had the technology, unless that information was passed down from a greater society that got wiped out. This whole theory that like the whole nuclear power shit was created earlier, and like society got wiped out by a nuclear bomb, and we're like built on top of it. But there's still like ancient like symbology and stuff that people were able to decipher and figure out some of this old like magic and shit. Or what we call science.
Because I mean, astronomy's been around for years. I mean, since the Greek and Roman times. But like even like,
What? Who's this?
You bloody well know who it is. It's Jordan Peterson.
Oh shit! It's Jordan
hey
Peterson.
Jordan, what's up?
How's it going, Jordan? If you told me you're calling in, I would have had a little picture for you up
You're
here.
like the human Kermit the Frog, dude.
Well, I figured that it wouldn't be important that there is an image of me, but that there was a vocal reckoning coming from me.
I saw you.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. Sorry, what do you say? What are you gonna say, Bob?
Oh, Jordan, I saw you debate 100 Kermits. and they all won, and they beat you.
So thanks you.
So thanks you.
Yep.
Where do you get off saying something like that? Where do you get off saying something? You bloody well better have a reason for saying that, because if you're not going
I
to
saw
live
it.
and
I
die
saw it
for
on
your
YouTube,
truth,
dude.
what are you doing here? Why are you even here?
Because I'm here. That's why. Why are you here?
Oh, you got him, Bob.
Well, I really,
You got him on the
I
ropes.
really don't know about that. I really don't know if I am here, or if you are there, or if anything is what it is. Understand?
I don't think you make any sense, dude.
Well, let's define sense first.
We got.
How would you define? How would you define sense?
We got the sixth sense, you know.
Don't divert. How would
You know,
you
like-
define sense?
You know, like that kid says, "I see dead people." Maybe you're dead.
Yes. Well,
Maybe you're dead.
you know, I can go along with that
It's
for
like-
for a time, but you have to look at this pragmatically.
It's the twist,
in an
dude.
egalitarian society, death is the final solution. It is also the reckoning of knowledge. It is the reckoning of self-realization.
Huh.
Hey, how many benzos do you have to take to talk to the fucking ancient gods that you get all this wisdom from? Is it like 3 Xanax, or is it that more of like a 6 Xanax or kind of day?
I like to do an Elon, so I'll microdose ketamine, then I'll
yeah.
be taking
Party,
mushrooms
party.
and cocaine.
And raw meat
personally,
too.
Oh yeah.
I want to meet with Mother Gaia. So, that's what we do.
But what about
Canadians.
Father Gaia? What about him?
What about Zeus?
What about Zeus?
Wow. It's very good to
Jupiter.
hear that there's so many thoughtful thought leaders in this room right now.
Jupiter to get more stupider. Come on.
Everybody talks about Mother Gaia. It's this
Yeah.
infantilization of the man. Why can't there be a Father Gaia that teaches you how to be a tree, a really powerful tree, a strong tree that can stay
Now,
strong
don't-
during
now, don't-
intercourse, doesn't become a
Now,
weak
don't
sapling?
get mixed up.
Yeah.
Now, don't get mixed up with recreating self. You understand? Be yourself or be not. Right? You understand?
Yes.
Have you guys ever eaten raw bacon before?
My
Tried,
daughter
nah.
was conceived with a condom made of raw bacon.
Have you seen my daughter?
Yeah, let's pull her up real quick.
Oh yeah.
Let
Pull
me
up a
see.
photo. Pull up a photo.
Yeah, let me
I
pull
want
up.
all of you to. I want you to see what man can create.
All right, sir.
When
Is-
properly motivated.
All right,
Let me
let's-
see. Jordan Peterson
Caleb
with daughter.
Peterson. All right.
She came out of me. An expulsion came out, and it was her.
Hey, is your daughter available?
Oh my God! Do you think you have a chance with fucking Jordan Peterson's beautiful fucking con artist daughter?
No way. No way.
No way,
bucko.
Jose. What the
No
fuck?
way,
way,
Jose.
bucko.
God damn it! There we
Damn,
go.
dude.
I like how my computer decided to have a fucking
you lost
stroke
me
on
there,
me.
dude.
Started Petersoning out on me real quick. 1 second. There we go. All right, there we go. We got Jordan in there, and we got your. This ain't a great picture of her, but you probably still fucking hit it, right, Jordan?
You better golly screw her.
Yeah.
Full
So,
incest.
how do you feel about that Andrew Tate probably having been up in them cheekaroos? That's what I like to call them, cheekaroos.
Chickaroo.
It's a British term.
I find that any version of discourse, intercourse, or outer, it's important that we consider the fact that with or without, there is nothing.
Wait, what the fuck did you say? I'm sorry, I was sneezing. What'd you say about intercourse?
Don't you be so incredulous, okay?
Oh yeah, my bad.
I said clearly where I stand
Oh, can you not hear?
on communism.
It's
I was
something
very
else.
clear where I
Listen.
stood on communism. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet I am being
Why don't you switch those out right
Turn-
there? Try those. Switch those out.
mistrusted. I'm not. No one asked how Jordan feels. You understand?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. How does Jordan feels?
He feels like he's rolling on ketamine right now, looking into a mirror. That's how he feels right now.
That is fucking cool.
Truly, it was a pleasure. I love that we are able to have discourse. I feel as though I am sitting among gods, these godlike figures, these.
That's a good thing or a bad thing, because I can never tell when you're comparing. Because sometimes you compare people to the animals, and it's a good thing, and then sometimes you compare them to another animal that's usually good, and it's a bad thing. You always keep me on my toes, which I appreciate that. I like a lot of animal metaphors.
Now listen. Have you ever ridden a saber-toothed tiger?
No, I don't think I have, sir.
You've never climbed upon the pelt of a saber-toothed tiger and ridden it?
Can't hear nothing? Yeah, I haven't. No. Is that like a sex thing or a drug thing?
Tigers are just stories. They're all just stories.
How about that now? Can you hear? All right, good shit, Bob.
All right.
You're saying tigers are myths, like analogies?
They're myths. They're stories. They're analogous. But also,
1 second.
I have held one in my arm.
Are we talking about
The
dinosaurs?
saber-toothed tiger.
1 second. We're talking about tigers. I didn't know that Jordan Peterson didn't believe in tigers.
You believe in tigers? What the fuck?
When did you stop believing in tigers?
Now you better not mischaracterize me. I never said I don't believe in tigers. I said, have you ever ridden a saber? Have you ever climbed onto
Tell me the tiger's real.
prehistoric and ridden it deep into the woods, tearing your clothing off? Have you ever done that?
No. Not when you put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better do it there, bucko. You better ride that.
Yeah, bucko.
Isn't there another guy named Jordan Peterson that always gets you convinced with? Jordan B. Peterson?
No,
Is that the one?
Jesse Peterson.
That's Jesse Lee Peterson, the black guy that sounds retarded.
Are you friends with him? I'd love for him to
love-
call in.
Do you ever talk to him a lot?
I love him. We're
Yeah.
related. We're brothers of different cloth. You understand? He likes to say that black people are an abomination. He is black, and personally, I would never say that. But I love to hear. I love to go visit him in Uncle Tom's cabin. Do you understand?
Well, let's put it this way. I love black people so much. Whenever I hear a black guy say anything, I gotta listen. You know what I mean? So no matter, it can be anything.
Even when he says like,
it's as though you're held. It's as though you're held captive.
yeah,
Pretty much.
You're locked. You're locked in, as they say, and nothing will release your hold. You must look longingly into the eyes of Afro America. And it's looking, and it doesn't have a good damn thing to say to you. Do you understand?
right.
That's a good point.
East.
Hey, thank you, Jordan. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You got any books coming out recently?
Take care, clean your house, make your bed,
Yeah,
wash your
I probably
windows,
should.
and don't forget to take the key every morning.
Oh yeah, wait a second. So yeah, okay. I love you, Jordan. Stay safe.
I love you too.
Well, see you later, Jordan. Benny Shapiro.
Yeah, man, Jordan Peterson is dope.
Yes, he is.
I like when he like makes college people feel bad about themselves because they're stupid compared to him. He's fucking smart and they're fucking
all
dumb.
dumb. They're all.
Dude, if I fucking met a college person and
beat all those brainiacs.
Yeah, dude, I would just fucking spout some Jordan Peterson at him and make him fucking cry. I'd be like, I don't respect your pronouns. I don't give a fuck if you say you're a he, you're a fucking she to me. And I'd say that to the president of the United States. I'd call him. I'd say I don't respect your pronouns either, Bucko.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Say something about, or say some words from Jesse Lee Peterson.
Basically, let me see. Black people are the devil, and white people are the greatest thing ever. They're the greatest thing. They're the greatest thing alive. Going on 9 to 5.
We should have White People History Month. Why did they know White People History Month?
It is crazy how much money I can make talking like this. I mean, I wish I need to brush up on some Jordan Peterson, and then I can do a proper. Is it racist to do blackface if you're doing Jesse Lee Peterson? Is what I want to know. Does it cancel it? Does the racism cancel themselves out?
I think it does.
It does. It does. That's thank you, Bob. I agree. I agree that it cancels its fucking self out. If I do blackface, I'm only to do Jesse Lee Peterson, and I shave my head. Don't wear a bald cap, or may I swear only the white is the bald cap. I don't know.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
Amazing. That should be the easiest
Amazing?
fucking. That should be the easiest impression to do, but
You beta?
I haven't listened to. I remember when I first discovered him, and I just sat down and just like listened to like all of his shit for like a couple weeks straight, and you know, it's so funny, but then you just you kind of then you find out he's gay, and you're like, oh man, that sucks. You know, I mean, that doesn't
He's
suck.
gay?
He's gay. What?
He's gay?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Probably. I mean, there's a lot of guys that said they had sex with him. I don't know if he's gay, but there's a lot of men that said that they've had sex with him.
No, I didn't.
I don't know.
I'd probably believe it, but you know.
Well, basically, you got to realize that your mother is the devil. Your mother is of the devil. Women are of the devil. The only good thing is men and not having sex with women. You know, and it's just like, all right, well, then what the fuck do you do if you don't have sex with women? It's like, don't worry about that. But here, come to our men's retreat, and we will tell you about how women are bad and your mother is evil and the devil.
There was a quote from Andrew Tate saying, like, he said that on Twitter, he said, if you have sex with a vagina and you enjoy it, you're a homosexual.
Andrew Tate said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. If he says that, he might be onto something. I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Amazing.
Believe that he's gay.
I wonder if is that true? Let me see. He might have just been trolling.
What?
Says vaginal sex is gay.
You probably have to go on you probably have to go on Twitter and find that, or X to find that.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me go to my Andrew Tate files. Let me see. Andrew Tate mocked for claiming having sex with women is gay. I love how easy it is. Like, he can just say that, and that New York Post
you're fucking having sex, gay.
Yeah, here's the funniest thing. How is this? Like, I guess New York Post really is just nonsense.
Yeah, it is. But I mean,
because this shouldn't be an article written by Isabel Keeney. What else? What other stupid shit is this dumb bitch? Right.
But just scroll down. You should have scrolled down.
Let me see. Grandma found buried in concrete was tortured for hours by handyman with nail guns. Yo, this bitch is spitting. This is actually pretty cool. Shocking video shows grandmother coming 1 foot from losing grandkids. Yeah. You know what? You read the next one.
Dad arrested by environmental officials after failing shooting black bear that came within feet of his kids. Ooh.
It's not bad.
Nice.
How about this? All right. You know, what? All right, never mind. Okay, so let's see about the Andrew Tate thing. Let's give Andrew Tate some more attention.
All right.
Let me see. Sex is for making children. Any man who has sex with a woman because it feels good is gay. Oh, my pee-pee feels good. This is great. In fact, if you are 40 with less than 5 children, you're probably gay. All that feel-good pee-pee sex and hardly any genetic legacy. How many kids does Tate have?
None.
Really? Let me see.
0.
How old is he?
He's like 39, I believe.
Let's figure it out. Let me see. Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's father had 3 children. Okay, we're not talking about his father. He gets no credit for that.
No.
Let me see. Let me see.
I know
how old is Tate?
Because his dad was a chess master. That's why.
I don't see why people. If it was me, every time I'd say Andrew Tate, I'd go like, or as I like to call him, Andrew Taint. Yeah.
Andrew Taint,
and then everybody would be like, holy shit, Alonzo, you are the best. 38 years. Do you think he's just trying to get a chick pregnant now? He's like, you know what he's going to say? He's like, I was trying to get a woman pregnant, but I was trapped in Romania. So I get to add an extra couple years to mine. I get to be 42 and not gay still. He just keeps on adding years every time. I had to go to prison again. I'm not gay.
I just can't nut on a woman. I just don't know how to.
Yeah. That'd be so funny. He probably he's so good at punching. He'd probably throw his cum super hard at a pussy and probably get it in there if he did it a couple times over the course of the next 2 years. I don't know. I don't understand people that are gay. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. It's just like
in the butt.
It's so foreign to me. To because I'm just so about the ladies and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly.
I don't know, man.
About the ladies and shit.
I just think men's bodies are gross, dude.
Yeah, dog. I hate all
It's
the
like-
fucking all the muscles and shit like that, and
All the
they're just
hair.
like, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, that's why they got razors for,
I
Just
know.
get a razor there, you just lube them up. Oh man, that's the best thing. Let me look up into Diddy lubing guys up. Let me see. Let me see. Diddy lubing up male prostitutes. That's the kind of shit I like to talk about. I hate to talk about all this fucking conspiracy shit. I want to talk about Diddy making a black man greasy for daddy. What are you talking about? Let me see. Recent reports and legal filings say Sean Diddy Combs. Come on, motherfucker. I want to get to the lube.
The lube, baby.
I like how they got to say Diddy made male escort perform this disgusting act. What was the disgusting act?
So disgusting.
I don't like them editorializing.
Yeah.
What's one man's disgusting is another motherfucker's delicious and sexy as hell. Like greased up male prostitutes pissing in your fucking significant other's mouth. I mean, what am I supposed to judge? Here's the thing. What if Puff Daddy asked two men to make gay love in front of him and shit? Would they say, oh, they made him do this disgusting act of having gay sex?
Well, they paid him to do it, so.
What if they were
Yeah,
gay?
I
don't
know, exactly.
No, they're gonna do it, and you just want to
do
watch.
it anyways. Yeah.
They're just gonna do it anyways. Exactly. 1 second. I want to see what the disgusting act was. Now I want to judge Yahoo for judging P Diddy, because that's how I do things. God damn it.
I gotta look for.
I don't know. What have you heard about the? Let me see. Yeah, let me see. This bombshell.
I haven't really caught up with it, but I know that I heard he made LeBron James wear a maid outfit.
Combs made an escort urinated in her mouth. Made somebody urinate in their mouth. Wow, is this the fucking level of fucking disassociation our society is gonna have with the world these days and all that? You're gonna make a grown man pee in a woman's mouth out of force and shit? Like, oh my god, get the fuck out of here. You know what? The more and more that I hear that they try to, I don't even like Diddy. That's the whole thing. My whole point last night was, as I was bombing on stage, my whole point last night was, fucking usually when you're a fucking sex pervert, like to the level of a Diddy, you're a lot better of an artist and shit like that. Usually somebody writing Hotel California. It's like I was name a bunch of bad songs. You're making Old Town Road. You're making classics like that. You're making the Macarena, obviously. Let me see. That's what I'm saying, though. Who's to say what's more disgusting about a man peeing in a woman's mouth or a man sticking his dick in another man's ass, in the privacy of 13 of his friends at a freak off? What?
Most people watch it. I mean,
What do you mean?
No, most people watch it.
What? Watch? Oh, getting peed in the mouth and stuff?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So such a disgusting sex act. And let's look at your search history, fucking Yahoo author. You know what?
Yeah.
I want to see let's look to who wrote this fucking shit. I always like pulling 3 people it took to write this fucking article. Ben Kochman, Priscilla DeGar. That's how they cover their ass. I'm going after Priscilla's ass. You know what? Let me see what you're talking about. Priscilla DeGario. Yeah. Yeah. You're probably exactly what fucking Bob said, allegedly. You guys are probably the ones. You are the ones who drink the piss. Let me see.
Drink pee porn.
Oh, she's a court reporter. Look at Priscilla DeGregory. Look at this. Look at this fucking monster. 1 second.
She probably has no penis in her life.
Look at this. She drinks the piss, dog. Look at this hoe.
Does.
Look at this piss drinking bitch. 1 second. All right. I'm not trying to save
lesbian,
it.
but
Everybody's gonna see all my. It's probably just opened up a file that just said drinks the piss right now. Let me see. She's a court reporter. Diddy's ex-sobs at trial said he would force her to keep going during grueling, drugged-up freak-offs. You know what? Look at it. Look at this picture of him in the.
She's with the towel.
That's a great picture.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, look at this. Look at this piss drinking bitch right here.
Oh my God,
ladies and gentlemen, look at her. She is the one who is the piss drinker, in my opinion.
She looks like a
allegedly.
Man.
She does. Well, that I don't care. I mean,
trans man. I don't know.
Yeah, she looks she looks like a piss drinking trans man. Exactly. That's what she looks like.
Know.
If I had an archetype, if I had a phenotype, that's what that would be right there. And I'm not gonna fucking apologize for speaking the truth. So what else are we gonna talk about? I have my little notes. Here we go. Yeah. That's
Pamela
pretty much it. What going? Oh yeah, Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson now.
Yeah, now. What made you bring that up? Has she gotten so worse recently? Was she used to be like the chick that you were really into or something or what?
Oh, you know, when I was growing up, I mean, I had Pamela Anderson like pictures on my wall. Like, I mean, I had magazine covers of her, you know. I remember, I mean, when I was in middle school, I was like jerking off to Pamela Anderson, and you know, she was the number one babe. I mean, it was her and Carmen Electra.
When you were growing up, that was yours, her and Carmen Electra. Hell yeah, dude. I see that. You know what? You're not the only one. I think
Yeah.
you're definitely in the majority there. I'm not saying I didn't like Pamela Anderson. It just never was like I was never like, oh shit, it's the Pamela. Oh, why am I doing Yahoo search? 1 second.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. So Pamela Anderson. So what year were you really into her? Well, let's look that up first, because I want to get the audience that. I want to let's look at what young Bob was touching his penis to.
It's definitely around the 90s.
90s?
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
1996.
1996. That's what I'm saying. Give me a year. All right.
Yeah.
So let's pull up that's
Barbed wire. Yeah.
Barbed wire?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up barbed wire. Let's see. Open. I just want to open up the fucking image in new tab. It's all I ever want to do, and it's always going to be that one. God damn it. That's why I need that's why I need my producer back on here, but
I know.
yeah, it's all good. What you need to do, Bob, is find me some stooge, some fucking bum who has nothing doing to done, you know, it's ain't got shit to do on a Saturday and can come over here and, yeah.
Somebody who's computer savvy.
You know, you ain't gotta be that fucking savvy. How fucking savvy am I? And I'm killing it right now. See, I'm just trying to pull up the fucking barbed wire picture, and it's making me look like a big old pile of asshole. All right, so what did you recently see her, I guess, Bob? The whole point is, you know.
Just Google Pamela Anderson 2025.
Yeah, but I want to look up 1996 first. What the fuck? We need we need that. Okay, yeah. Well, see, this is the picture I want to see, but she was kind of looking like,
she was
okay, we'll look up barbed wire. What?
She was with Tommy Lee, you know?
Yeah. Well, is that why you're into her? That she was into Tommy Lee, or were you able to see past that?
No. Like, this is like when the sex tapes came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like, that was her. So look at her now. I mean,
dude, know what I love about the internet now?
What?
This makes it too fucking hard to just look at a fucking big picture of anything.
Google sucks, but
I just want to look at a big fucking picture. So look at a fucking picture. Can I do that? Can I look at a big fucking picture? The internet, please? For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, please. Wow, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, how to go on Instagram. Can't fucking make it bigger by itself.
Well, there it is,
Instagram,
right there. Yeah.
Awesome. The fuck is calling me? Oh, fucking Cosmo. Don't FaceTime me, motherfucker. Call on the regular phone. My FaceTime isn't going to be hooked up to this. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, that's Pamela Anderson in 1996. Bob used to touch himself to this. There we go. Thank you. All right. Now you want to look at her now. Okay.
All right.
Jesus Christ. So hard to objectify women these days. Pamela Anderson.
Oh, my God.
2025. Jesus. All right. Whoa!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, my God.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Oh, like, she almost looks like...
Dude, Pamela Anderson looks like fucking... What the hell?
She almost looks like Tilda Swinton.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
She's another actress that looks kind of bland.
Wow. Yo, what the fuck is that? 1 second. I'm pulling her up. Come on, internet. Hurry the fuck up. Jesus fucking Christ. Here we go. There we go.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck? That is crazy. Let me see if I can pull up the other one real quick. I just want to do like a back and forth real quick so we can... Oh, my... Okay, I can do that. 1 second. I just want to make sure. Okay, so we got this. We got that. What the fuck? That cannot be the same person. How long ago? So... 1995. How old do you think she was then?
She's probably like 27, I think.
Holy shit! I thought this was going to be a big misogynistic segment, and it kind of is. But what the fuck is this? This is crazy.
She's older now. I mean, she's like what 50.
This is 2025. This is like 4 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, 2025. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously she's older now, Bob, by like fucking 4 weeks, obviously. That's how time works.
I know.
But
I
okay.
know. I know.
Anytime I love how Nick Chamber gives that joke. It's like, here's a picture of me when I was younger. It's like every picture you use when you're younger. Show me a picture when you're older.
See, when I was younger, I was shorter. Now I'm taller.
Yeah, let me see. How old is Pamela Anderson's old ass?
57.
57. Jesus Christ, dude.
So yeah,
man. White. They say black don't crack. White cracks like a motherfucker, dude. White cracks like fucking porcelain, fucking old ass 100-year-old porcelain. Fucking, that's how white cracks. Jesus Christ.
Why women after 40 they just go sour?
Dude, she looks like somebody put a fucking curse on her. Is how she looks, dude. That's crazy as shit. She looks like a Stepford wife. It's crazy as fuck.
Yeah. I think she's just doing it to just shock people.
She looks like
I mean, she could have put all the makeup and like.
She looks like she's trying to put behind her whole lifestyle and be a fucking normal person at 57 years old, which I guess is the move. But she should just go all out and become a fucking nun. That'd be cool. Jesus Christ.
Nun with a gun.
Let's look at her tits real quick. Pamela Anderson's tits. Let's see. Safe search. Off. What the fuck is? I don't want that one. There we go. That's a nice one.
Look.
I bet I could even show this on YouTube because it's so fucking classy.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Oh damn.
Yeah, that's her.
Yo, look at that one.
Oh.
Yo, this is artistic right here. That's some fucking damn. That's some fine ass art right there.
We're getting banned for this, but
Yo, I ain't playing shit on screen.
Who cares?
I'm not playing it on screen. This is just for me and Bobby right here. This is for the D's. Damn, son.
Oh,
Yo, I want to get back into a time machine and jack off to this shit. This is dope. All right.
My friend's Playboys, baby.
Yeah. That's great. Ugh. So what was it? Oh yeah, so we're talking about Trump pardoning everybody last week and shit. We'll probably make this like the last topic or something. I don't think we talked about the Elon Trump thing.
I know he pardoned R. Kelly.
Nuh-uh.
He did.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
That's what I read.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
That's right.
What? Wait a second.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. There ain't no way that happened. You're just fucking with me. R. Kelly pardon.
I read something about it.
It is not true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Because he can't afford it. That kind of gets me to my next point. Where
He's
like,
too broke to actually get a lawyer.
See, P. Diddy could probably get a pardon. That's the thing.
Yeah, he has a lot of money. But
yeah.
R. Kelly was just broke. I mean, he couldn't even afford to even pay the legal fees too. So, according to this Axios article, basically, according to this Revolving Door Project article, there we go. He's just like pardoning people like for money. And it says the price for a pardon may be as high as $5 million. What do you mean maybe as high as? That would be my fucking starting offer if I was fucking Trump. I'd be like, what? Yeah.
What's the fucking? What else is freedom worth and shit? If you can do the $5 million, unless it's like a slide. That's what I'm saying. If it's as high as $5 million, you know. That's kind of reasonable and shit. Maybe he's got a sliding scale for some of the poorer people, and that's something that they don't want to talk about, apparently, in my opinion.
Unknown caller.
Who's this?
there we go.
Hey, caller, you're on
Hello.
Bad First Impressions Live. What's up?
How you doing?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
what's
Who are we
up?
talking to?
Yeah, my name is my name. Yeah, my name is like it's like acacia. Like the
Acacia?
wood that was used
Acacia?
in
That's a
like
good name.
like a Noah's Ark, like that wood. Yeah, my mom was on like a bunch of LSD and weed when I was conceived in a Native American reservation in the 90s, and then I was put up for adoption in 2006 when she was caught by the police for prostituting and still using drugs, and then I was in foster care for like a year and a half to 2 years, and
I'm
That
sorry,
shit
sir.
sounds gay as hell, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry
yeah,
about your
it's
life,
pretty gay.
dude.
No, the
It
gays are the
sucks.
gay. I'd say.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. So how you feeling about that now? How's your penis hanging?
How's your dick hanging?
Oh, it's it's going and flowing. It's just gonna keep going, you know, just like everything keeps going. I
Right.
ain't no skin off my clit, you dig?
Yeah, dog. I dig that. I fucking diggity dig that. Dog, hold this. Got my smokies. Double mic it, dog.
Hello.
Double mic it. Oh, yeah.
I'm Double Dean. Double micing.
That's a fucking pro move. See, when I first get on stage, I should do that. I should bring up 2 mics. So check this shit out, right? I'd be like this. I'd be like, there's Alonzo Cantu for his final joke. He's going to do the impressive double mic. Sucking my dick, sucking a black guy's dick, and then another one. And everybody's like, holy shit, he's the greatest comedian ever with 2 microphones. And then on my next special, I'm doing like 4 mics. I'm quad micing it and shit. 2 in each hand. Just
Or do 9 mics and one person has
I
one.
I have a theoretical question for you two dudes about something I've been contemplating. I've been going through the theoretical streams, and I can't really concur to a conclusion just yet. I just wanted to spill the beans on both of y'all about it, if you're okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah, dog.
Spill it.
Fuck it up.
Spill it.
Yeah, that's what's up. If I was going to theoretically crucify myself in a Disney World, how long would it take for police and an ambulance arrive to prevent me from doing it? Because out of all places, I think that would be the most melodramatic socio-political statement to crucify myself in a Disney World. I don't know. I don't know about you, but like it just seems like funny. It just seems like a genuine haha moment in humanity's history of humanity. If you dig.
You want to crucify yourself at a Disney World?
You want to hang yourself on Disney World? I mean, you want to be a Mickey Mouse and start nailing yourself to a cross?
I don't know. I mean, like it's just like it's like a metaphor. It's like a metaphor within itself, and within itself is like symbolism, and within that symbolism is like a concaved reality.
Here's
that,
the good thing
that
about
could
that.
happen.
Is here's the interesting thing is I have experience in this because I've actually been to a Disney World before, so I can tell you from experience that you pretty much do whatever you want there, dude. Especially on Gay Pride Day, you used to be having gay sex and shit, just pissing in the streets and all that, smoking fucking meth. I mean, that's when I only go there. It's like Mardi Gras, but like on steroids, pretty much. That's how I had to call it that.
Get down on a Donald Duck costume's ass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of butt eating.
Yeah.
At Disney World Gay Pride Day.
Pocahontas.
I think so. I mean, I've been there, but I mean, anybody that's been there and says they remember it really wasn't there.
Yeah.
Somebody aced me.
It's like being part of the Manson family. You just had to have been there.
Pocahontas, more like Pocahontas, you know?
I think I would have been one of the guys at the Manson family that, probably would have had sex with a couple of the fucking Manson chicks and shit, listened to fucking Charlie talk some shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would have really,
Yeah.
I think he would have slapped me
Just some chill
around.
dudes chilling out.
I think he would have slapped me around.
My grandma
like one
was
of the
part
nights.
of the Manson family.
Oh my God. Okay.
What?
You're okay. Here's the first thing about your grandma is I probably would have slept with her. All right. So there's that right off the bat. Okay. I would have given her a couple hits of acid and told her I was Nero. Okay. And she would have danced with me to my fiddle music. And when I'm talking about playing the fiddle, I ain't playing the fiddle with a bow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Maybe
know
not
what
the
you're
kind
saying.
of bow you're saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
It seems like her family's been manipulated by MK Ultra, but I don't know.
That's one of those situations. I bend to my own will, and my own will bends to me. But it's like, let's talk about MK Ultra for a second. Let's talk about all those complacent victims like Brenda Spencer in the 1970s when she was on a bunch of PCP and shot up in elementary school. What was that all about? Are you telling me that was the first school shooting, and then there wasn't another one until the 90s when Columbine happened? And even with Columbine, I still believe there was more than 2 shooters in that entire situation because interviews prior show that there was people saying like there was a third shooter. So I don't know.
What are you trying to
to
imply the existence of a third, even possibly cooler Columbine shooter? Is that what you're saying?
Even possibly cool. I don't even know. My mind can't even fathom that fact right now.
What do you think the FBI is
beyond
involved in?
Like possibly a longer, blacker trench coat, possibly? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're hypothesizing? I could be down with the longer trench coat theory. I like that.
Yeah. Guys, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, what was that?
Face-Off had cool trench coats. It's not our fault that they were manipulated through the law of the attraction to create more fear-mongering of white people. I mean, like it's not like inherently white people's fault. It's just white people do white people things. You know what I'm saying? It's just break it down to that simplicity.
Yeah. If you take white person plus mental illness, you're going to get either art or school shooting. Sometimes both.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes a movie about like the shooting too. That's art within itself.
Or become the leader of Germany. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, dude, do you think maybe Hitler, maybe the Holocaust was the first school shooting? Is that what you're saying, Bob?
Maybe.
I'm not entirely saying that because like at the same time.
Are you trying to say that the crucifixion of Christ was the first school shooting, Bob? Is that what you're trying to imply here?
What? I didn't say that.
Are you trying to imply?
Whoa.
Are you trying to imply that Adam and Eve being cast out of the garden and eating the fruit of knowledge was the first school shooting, Bob? Is that what you're trying to imply here? Is that what you're? Is that what you're
Yes.
I'd be fucking
hypothesizing?
lying through
I don't
my
think
teeth
so.
if I said otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. See, we're getting to the bottom of
Was
this shit.
God
I don't
the
give a
first
fuck who's
school
at the
shoot-
top.
Was God the first school shooter? I don't know.
Yeah.
Adam, maybe? I don't know.
Was Jesus Christ the first gun? And then he shot God. He shot his way back into heaven,
Yep.
like John Wick style, because God killed his
Oh, hell
dog,
yeah.
who was also Mary Magdalene. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. See, this is the Da Vinci Code that they don't want to unravel. But that's why I'm
We
here.
reveal
That's just
it,
the way
yeah.
Ace sees it, is what I'm trying to say. That's gonna be another one of my awesome catchphrases, just the way Ace sees it. So let me see. MK Ultra. That's the interesting one because you got to think like a program that awesome. They're not just gonna let it go. You know, it's like they're just gonna call it something else.
There's too many things they could do with a lot of things. I mean, even they could be good things if you really think about it too.
I mean, what's the fun in that? I don't
mean,
know. But, like, wouldn't they release some of those? Have you ever heard of a good MK Ultra project where they're like, "Hey, it turns out we accidentally invented Super Smash Brothers," which was like just something good like that. It's like it turns out MK Ultra, Final Fantasy VII, you know, they had a big hand in that. They were, or I don't know. You never hear good MK Ultra stories, which I think is on the part of their marketing department. Honestly, I think we need to take more of our tax dollars and convince people why MK Ultra was a good thing for the betterment of our mental illness. 'Cause I think the big reason people have mental illness is this pushback against the fabric of false morality the society tries to, you know, put over us like a blanket to keep us jumping like the fleas out of the fucking jar. You know what I'm saying? And if you know, maybe we could just agree that you know, evil exists, you know, and that the guardian angels and the demons are, you know, in a forever war, you know, using humans as proxies and shit like that. We can finally actually get to some healing. You know, we can start building a big missile to fucking take down Saturn once and for all, which is a part of a short story I'm writing. Yeah.
I don't know if you can take down Saturn. That's a ball.
Not with that fucking attitude, Bob, because you are a flea stuck in a goddamn jar, my friend.
Mental attitude, no matter what.
All right, here's the thing. So I heard this crazy shit on the YouTube video right before I started the podcast. But basically, you take some fleas. Fleas can jump like 30 times the you know, the distance of like whatever, some shit, right? If you take fleas and you put them in a fucking jar long enough, they'll just forget that they can do that. Right? Weirdest thing is if you take those fleas and you let them reproduce and have kid fleas, they'll not know that they're able to jump that high either. You only need to have the lid on the jar. They'll just never think that they can jump that high, even though they, in all actuality, they should be able to.
Yeah, fleas can
Yeah,
jump
it's like
super
the
high.
other quote of like we're merely birds in a cage who forgot we could fly in that sense.
Yeah, or in the end of the cage is a cage of our own mind or some shit like that. That whole fucking chestnut, right? And so all I'm trying to say is if we build a big enough bomb, we can send that shit out to Saturn and we can put like a dog that can drive it or something like that. Or a Chinese.
Blow up the hexagon.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. We're going to blow up the hexagon, but here's the thing. They should send me over there because I could probably negotiate with it. It'll probably offer me godlike status and shit, but I'm good enough that I'll turn it down. I'll turn it down. I promise. I promise, guys. Just get me over there.
Give me superpowers, baby.
And send me with a dog and a Chinese guy because he's going to be making me my tinctures and my elixirs because they know the old alchemy.
I wanted
Your beard oil too.
Oh, yeah. Do you believe in alchemy?
I
read
mean,
about
like as much as I can. I mean, like it's an interesting concept. I mean, a lot of like black magic and alchemy has a lot of the interpretations that like other ideations use, but not to that extent because it's more for like like not like selfish behavior, but definitely more than the like span of what your bubble of energy of that ideation spreads to, because it's like something that supports the inner part of you to spread outward.
What the weirdest shit about deep occult stuff to me is that it all acknowledges that God is the supreme force, you know?
Yeah.
In some way or another, or whatever God that controls this realm, even maybe a little bit more more interesting or something like that. And then there's that whole Gnostic principle. Then there's obviously like breakaway ideas of like alchemy and shit. But what's interesting to me is how much of like these ancient symbols do correlate with like carbon atoms, how they correlate with DNA helixes and stuff like that. You know, these old symbols and shit that are tied up in these different fields that then like later on and we rediscover these ideas. And it's like, well, how many times have we rediscovered them? How many lifetimes and generations of society have we, destroyed ourselves and rediscovered them? Like society, just the way that like life and death is a cycle, society and our like, reality could possibly be on that same whatever, Uberos snake eating itself kind of cycle. I don't know.
It's called sacred geometry.
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing. So it's supposed to be like some of the deepest, darkest magic, right? But basically it's and it was like Aleister Crowley failed at, which kind of got me interested in it. But basically, what you do, this German guy basically traveled like around for like 10 years and found this like ancient magician in the Egyptian desert that gave him the ancient rites to basically have like to cast the greatest spell, which is summoning your guardian angel, which apparently Thelmanism or Selman, something like that. It's a carried on concept, but basically you have to like do an 18-month ritual to summon this guardian angel, right? But once you summon the guardian angel, he gives you the instructions on how to summon the four fucking like generals of hell, and then the 14 dukes of hell, pretty much. And here's the crazy part is then after he tells you how to do that, then you got to fucking do that with the devils. But all they do is just fucking torture you pretty much like the entire next like however many months they are. Just and it explains exactly what each of the devils do pretty much. Like one of them makes you like go through every bad thing you did. The other one just like trying to like convince you that hey, you're good now. Just fucking let me, Either way, long story short though, once you summon all the devils and shit, then you basically bind them to your will. But it's like, even though you have all the powers of everything on earth and shit, you still are subservient to the guardian angel, who is also subservient to God and shit. And apparently a lot of this stuff is based off of like, you can't use the power for bad or something like that, because most of the summoning parts is like devout, first off, 100% faith in God, and that he is like, the one true, it's got to be a monotheistic thing, that he is the one true God, and then just basically praying to him and being like by yourself for fucking 18 months and just praying to him and shit. And then eventually the fucking, you got to do a bunch of other shit too, like certain, like a brass basket with coals and like a certain kind of incense and shit. There's other parts to it that are very ceremonial and stuff. But it got me thinking, this is this is old shit. And it's just like, why would people be carrying this nonsense on for such a fucking long time? For what reason and shit? But also the idea of the internet kind of getting, because a lot of this occult Gnostic shit that like you can just find on YouTube now was deeply hidden for fucking thousands of years, and you had to be like a high echelon person to learn this knowledge. Kind of like the way with Scientology that South Park like just totally expose their shit. Yeah, that's what's going on a lot, like with a lot of these grimoires and shit, especially with a lot of this new technology where they can like fucking translate it quicker and stuff and find different parallels and stuff. It's interesting. I feel like the UFO world, the fucking Gnostic, the occult world, and all that stuff, and then in the science world, a lot of it's kind of coming together in a weird nexus. Yeah. How do you feel about that, Bob? How's that fucking? I don't know. Smoke your pipe.
It's kind of scary because, I mean, you're opening up a lot of portals, Well,
here's the scariest part. Here's the one that really fucking tripped me out, is the theory that fucking Saturn is actually like prison for souls or some shit like that. And it's like kind of, it's what's keeping us down and shit like that. Or possibly even it's some kind of sentient force that's like eating off of us or some shit like that. It's like it feeds off of our energy and shit. Which goes back to
feed off our energy. How does it feel to feed off our energy?
I don't know, in some fucking weird sciencey way and shit. Well, because you gotta think about this. So gravity affects water, right? And we're all water, like 70% of like most of our like being is water and shit, and carbon, which has a very interesting thing that could look like a fucking hexagon. You know, it's 3 atoms of whatever. It's like 3 neutrons, 3 protons, 3 electrons, or some shit like that. It's the 666. You know. And then within it, if you like look at the same layout, it kind of looks like the black star or the hexagon on Saturn. But Saturn has like greater gravity, I'm pretty sure, than the moon, which has such an effect on our lives. We would not believe that a planet with such much gravity, you know, could affect some aspect of our emotions and shit like that, because we know water is affected by frequencies, you know, energies, all those weird different things.
Wind. Water.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. I hadn't even looked into like fire being affected by those things. I'm sure it is, though. Why not?
By the
I know
powers
water is.
combined, I am Captain Planet. No. Right.
Well, I definitely want to get into some of these things. I don't know. Maybe I'll make like maybe I'll do more of like a government conspiracy thing as the beginning of the topic, and then have more of an occult, esoteric one as the second topic or something like that, mixed in with whatever we talk about that day, whatever's in the news and shit. But I'll try to have more information and factoids just on a little piece of paper that I thought were interesting. I knew I should have taken notes, but I was just kind of on a rabbit hole kind of thing. But I definitely want to have both of the sides, because I definitely think, I don't know about you, but a lot of this shit is real, you know, and I think that there's a lot of like money and power being put into keeping people very ignorant to what a lot of these.
I mean, like, you know, when years ago, like what intrigued me about Alex Jones is that he put up a video on the internet, which is about like his going inside the Bohemian Grove.
Mm-hmm. That's what really opened. That was like the first video that opened my eyes too. I think that's a lot of people's. I think that's one that somebody sends it to him, and it doesn't sound real at first. You know, you're like, "What? That's crazy." Then somebody shows you the video, and then you look into it, and you see that it's like a real thing.
And you look into it, it's like all these presidents and all these world leaders.
And then you listen to Nixon talk about it, and
Nixon said that it was like
the faggiest place
he's ever been to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is pretty funny.
I know.
Yeah,
and
I love Nixon.
Bill Clinton's like, yeah, it's a bunch of Republican hippies just walking around naked, huh?
You know, their big old cocks out. Their big delicious cocks out. You can just suck one if you want to. They don't even matter.
Yeah.
Everybody's out there fucking each other, and I sneak away and I have sex with the women.
I have sex with one of the dudes. I tried to have sex with Richard Nixon, but he wouldn't.
I tried to get drunk enough to have sex with one of them, but I was going to do it. Sorry. I'm just not going to do it. It's all good, Bill. You've done enough for us. I just don't want to have sex with the guy, man. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I'll kill as many kids as I got to. I'll kill twice as many kids. I just can't eat a man's ass.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. It's too simple. All right. I think that's been a good episode. Anything to leave us out on Antioch or Archioch, whatever your name was?
What's your name again?
Yeah. I kind of got burnt out using all my chaotic energy saying that, so I just kind of got more observant, like listen to y'all, and I think you're doing good work. Keep up said good work, and I will just keep going.
Yeah, it's all good. I want to start talking about shit that I actually am interested in, and I forgot how much I love this kind of esoteric weird shit, but I definitely need to have it listed down with little things to show people, because what really just fucking tripped me out, and I just want to show you guys again, is the hexagon on Saturn. That's going to be what I want you guys to look into, is the hexagon on Saturn. And then black cubes in BlackRock. You ever heard of BlackRock?
You mean the company?
Yeah. And it kind of goes in that whole thing.
Buying
There's
out
also
most of the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, so look into black cubes in places of power, interesting places of evil people and shit. And yeah, and look into man, it's so interesting to learn new shit about 9/11. I didn't realize how much that one is still gonna be.
I want to learn more about black holes. That's what.
Dude, if you want to learn more about black holes, all you got to do is fucking, I don't know, go down to the south side.
Yeah.
All right. See, so we got right here. We got here's the hexagon of Saturn that somehow they knew about and were worshiping Saturn for like fucking forever longer before they ever had any proof that there was this non-stop magnetic storm that perfectly goes in this really weird way and shit. I'm sure a bunch of these nerdy faggot scientists have like some kind of stupid reason why it's supposed to be one way or it's supposed to be another. But guess what? They also said that fucking flies were born from cows and shit. So they don't know what the fuck they're talking about half the time. They also thought that you pour mercury down somebody's throat to cure fucking syphilis or some stupid shit like that. They don't know nothing. They don't fucking know shit. My name's Alonzo Cantu. Hope to see you guys next week, and that's been a fucking funky deal.
All right, sweet.
Nine a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scraps, wants 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 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce, scrap, want 4. Scrap, want 4. Who wants the odd 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 4, and he made it the hard way. Pay the front line, take the hard. You have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? 6 the point.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky. Check me out, y'all.
8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? Place 6.
So funky. So funky.
Coming out again for a new point.
So funky.
Bets down, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants the hard 4?
So funky.
5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
4 4's the point, mark 4.
So funky.
Ace, deuce, scrap, want 4. Ace, deuce, deuce.
So funky.
Scrap, want 1. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Who wants to come?
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. 9 a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, deuce. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Play 6.